Hello everybody, Pat Teacher here. I hope you guys enjoyed that little update intro for the channel. It's the new year, so I decided to, update it. So by the time this comes out, every other video and, on the channel will have this new, updated intro, and there will be a new updated, outro. And, let's start off, something brand new, something fresh. And of course, welcome back to Review Time 2019. And it's been a while since the last did a review time, and so I decided to decide to do a review of the latest entry of the Persona franchise for the West. It is Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight and Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight. Now I decided to kind of do this all in one, two games in one review, because they're kind of essentially the same, and we'll see as we go through. But if you guys don't really know what review time is, I review games. It's kind of in like a relaxed format. I don't really have notes, but I kind of do sometimes, like I do right now. But yeah, we're gonna be reviewing this game. If you guys want to pick this up or not, you don't have to listen to me. I'm just one guy, it's your choice. But maybe this will will let you know a bit more about the game. Persona 3, Persona 5 Dancing. This was released earlier in 2018 and released a couple months later, almost into 2019. But the Atlas decided to push it back into 2018, December 7th. 2018, basically like before the Game Awards, I believe it was. Just looking at about it was the first week, and it's, I gotta say, like, this game is a kind of meh personally. I'm gonna start with the story of the game here. So Persona 3 and Persona 5 Dancing, it's kind of like a Pokemon game. Well, like like on DS, and like basically recently, like Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. It's basically the same game, but a little bit different, like different coat of paint. Persona 3 is more streamlined. Of course, it has the Persona 3 cast there, and all the Persona 3 music. As where Persona 5, it has all the, like the wanted letters style, like, not straight, it's more a bit wild, and, it matches the style of each games. Alright, so it's like a Pokemon game, just a bit different for each game. Same, different characters, but overall same base work, basically. But the story, it's where it's like I'm a guy who's like really into the story of the game, and this game is basically like there's like little to no plot. The story of this game, basically, it is a dancing competition, and in each respective games, in Persona 3, you play as the investigation group. You play as C's, and Elizabeth come in and says, "Oh hey, you have to dance against my sister and her team of Persona users," and vice versa. You play as the fam thieves, and apparently it's Justine and Caroline, and they say, "Hey, you have to battle our sister in a dance competition." And they said that they were inspired to do this by their older sister, Margaret, after the events of Persona 4 Dancing. And that is where, like, it lost me a bit, because, like, how does the time travel work in this place thing? Because basically, like, I would kind of it's like really confusing to me, like Like, how does the events of Persona 4, which happens in the past for Persona 5, but in the future for Persona 3, influence how Elizabeth and Justin Caroline do the game, do the competition? Like, I was so confused. Like, how is this even possible? And surprisingly, like, there's like someone said, oh, there's a time space like realm we're in. Just like, alright, like, it's really confusing how the event of this certain you know, event in this game, and it affects two different points, you know, which I don't know, like, that really lost me. And they said, both Elizabeth and Justin Caroline said, if they lose, something bad will happen. And I'm not gonna, if you're interested in the story, I'm not gonna say what is that they lose or what bad will happen. You're gonna have to find out yourself if you're really that interested. And another thing that they said that is that everything takes place in a dream. So basically, anything that they say or do in this dream state doesn't matter at all. It's basically, you know, pointless. That's what makes this game like not canon, because nobody will remember what happened in this little event here. So that got me in the mindset of thinking like, oh, everything in this game doesn't matter. Just play the game and just do it, you know. And just like, really, just like, you could, you know, done this a bit better, you know, like just saying, okay, yeah, after this is all done, nothing will matter. Just go on with your day. None of this event, you know, all this dancing, you know, all the character interactions that you have with each of the character in each game, what they learn from each other, you know, it doesn't matter, because they're not gonna remember. Any promises that they make in this dream won't happen, just doesn't. So just like makes you go like, okay, then I won't care about the plot, just continue playing, unlock the stuff, then continue. So this game also has a bit of a social lane kind of confidant kind of event thing, where it kind of needs to happen to advance the plot, and each character has their own social link rank, and it's not up to 10, it's up to 8 apparently, and to unlock them you have to do certain challenges. Like for one character you might need to have either a brilliant score on, you know, a certain amount of songs, or have a certain amount of perfect marks in the songs to, you know, unlock them, reach a certain score, wear a certain amount of items, challenges, all that to unlock them. And after a certain point, you can go into each character's rooms in first person, and that part of the game is VR compatible. And I don't know how, but that part got me motion sick. Like, I was like, oh my god, do not feel so good. I got out of this room and just like, I do not want to be here anymore. Like I played a couple first person games, mainly the BioShock series, and I played Borderlands, and they have not got me motion sick, but I don't know how, but this does. And the purpose of searching in the rooms is to look for little velvet cards by Velvet and by Elizabeth and Justin Caroline, and they'll give you items that you can equip during your dancing. So that's really it. And to like basically reach the end of this story, you don't really actually have to do all of the characters. You just have to reach like more than gotta basically do like complete more than three characters social, and have at least more than half for the others. Then you can basically reach the end of this story mode. And yeah, that's really about it for the story. I don't want to spoil anything if people actually want to know what happens, but you know, you do interact with a bunch, basically everyone in the team, except Goro and Shinji, which they were DLC characters, and not really DLC characters, but just they have their songs in, and if you do get the DLC, you hear their voices in other songs, like as commentary in the back. But I'll get to more of the gameplay a bit later. I do want to go to the songs next, because it's kind of interesting. So Persona 3 and Persona 5, they do have a couple. They have about I'm not saying like it's small, but it doesn't feel that big either. So Persona 3 and Persona 5 Dancing both have 25 songs, and each has 24 DLC songs that are currently available right now, as as I'm recording this, and on the PSN. So right now I saw 24 DLC songs, and also today, day I'm recording this, Alice announced this little exclusive pack that's part of the season pass songs, and according to Alice's site, there are 30 DLC songs. So I'm not really sure about which is accurate, but comparing this to Persona 4's songs list, there was 24 songs that was within the song within the game itself, and 21 DLC according to PSN. And personally, I like Persona 3 soundtrack a bit more. It feels like I can dance to it better. Not like Persona 5. I do like the soundtrack of Persona 5, but just like as a dancing game, rhythm wise, I prefer Persona 3 to Persona 5. And I kind of wish, because this game is also on PS Vita, there is no way to transfer the DLCs from the PS4 to PS Vita. You gotta buy those separately. According to like my research of the game, you gotta buy each song and DLC on each platform, and that would be so expensive. And I kind of wish they didn't do that. Either just just make it like cross platform compatible, or just make one version so people doesn't have to like buy twice. But that is just me. They can do whatever they want. Just it's Alice and Sega to a point. They're the one making the rules. Can't do anything about it except vote with all wallet and say hey, I'm not buying these DLC songs unless they're either free or cheaper price or part of the collection. Going on to gameplay. The gameplay is, if you play Persona 4 Dancing, it's basically the same as that. Got your controller right here. You use basically on the left side of the screen, down, left, and up D-pad, and on the right side of the screen you use the triangle, circle, and X button, corresponding to those parts. Sometimes you have to hold, and a new mechanic to this little part of the game is the double tap. So there'll be like a D and two connecting points, and basically gotta double tap them. And I don't believe that was in the original 4, so this is brand new to 5 and 3. And you can use there will be points where there will be like little rings that comes out, and you can either use the sticks to swipe them, or you can use the shoulder buttons R1 L1 to get rid of them. And the favorite times, basically, your secondary character comes in, dance a little bit, and you get extra points if you actually get all of the fever rings in time before the actual fever event starts. And there's that. And it's the same basically as Persona 4 dancing. Kind of wish there was something that make this a bit stand out a bit more. Like you know, a better story maybe, something within like the song gameplay that kind of changes it up. Besides the extra difficulty, like hard and all night mode, because those are really hard to do. But I kind of wish there was at least something there to like change it up, like in Hatsune Miku Project Deep Games. There's like this, they added this new little segment where like if you get this special star rank or this special star motion, it has a brand new scene that's like compared to, well, I guess it's kind of like Favorite Time, but like it is like ultimately changed what happens in the dance. And I kind of wish they did that. And for me, it was kind of hard to play this game on the TV. I kind of, me personally, wish I picked this up on Vita, because besides having it easier to capture footage on my PS4 than on the Vita, it's easier to see all the buttons on screen because it's on a smaller screen. So there was times where I was just like looking on the top left, and then suddenly something comes up on the I was looking at the top right, and I'm looking at it, and something comes up on the top left, and I wouldn't even notice it because I was just like so focused trying to like get this combo going on here, and I completely missed what's going on the other side. So that is a bonus of what the PS Vita has. Also, portability. You don't have that on the PS4, but on the PS4 it is PS4 Pro Enhanced, and it also has the VR feature. So there's that. But I think the portability and the easier to see notes, it's much more better than just having higher quality and VR. To me personally, was you don't need like an extra $200 accessories to enjoy the room searching. So Persona 3 Dancing Moonlight and Persona 5 Dancing Starlight, me personally, Persona 4 Dancing All Night was kind of low, but it did have something that made me want to go through this game, and it was really the story mode. And the story mode for this, just nah. And I believe the ability to change characters for a song as the dancer was available for Persona 4 Dancing. It's not available for Persona 3 and Persona 5. I believe that, I might be wrong about that. I remember you're able to change your character as the lead dancer for each song. So I'm not sure why they took out that feature. If they didn't take out that feature of changing the main lead dancer, I will correct myself. But there were some things that were just like that were missing for this game, and so much DLC that's part of this game. There's like a bunch of stuff that I kind of wish that was done a bit better. And to me, I really don't think like this is a necessary buy. If you do find either this game on PS4, if you find this on PS4, try finding like around 40-30 bucks. If you do want to grab it on Vita, 40 is about a good price range. Maybe find it on sale, maybe, but $40 is alright for the Vita. And it's best you grab that version instead of the console version, unless you want to stream the game and have the best quality, then go for it. But that is it for this review time of Persona 3 Dancing and Persona 5 Dancing. And if I would have to rate it, it would have to be like between 6 and 7, like 6.5, 6.6. Like it's an average, kind of below average Persona game, to be honest. But that's just one guy's opinion. You guys can tell me your opinions in the comment section down below. Tell me your favorite song from each collection. Have you used the VR feature? And which character do you like to use best in each game? I'd love to hear your thoughts, comments, and opinions in the comment section down below. Like always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, favorite, share with all your friends. Check out links in the description below for my social media links. And I'll see you guys soon with my next video. Power out. Yeah.